Hey, I'm Grumps. I'm not so Grump, and we're the GameGrumps.
All right, here's the deal, Larry. I want to give you a chance to win millions of dollars.
Did you like that last one? I like that last one.
Well, the reason that I'm giving you a chance is because you're an amazing burper.
Thank you.
And I want...
Jesus!
Come on, man!
Is Splort made of tissue paper? What the fuck?
All right, I want to give you a chance. All right,
Okay.
there's a burp contest coming up, and I really need your help.
Really?
No, but just play along.
Okay, yes.
There's a guy named George who's a master burper.
Okay.
And I won't say belch, that's a bad... In fact, saying it right now is sort of like Voldemort, you know? It's fucking fucked up.
I've never seen or read Harry Potter, so I don't know what that is in reference to, but sure. Let's continue.
All right.
I just know that Voldemort's from Harry Potter, right? Is that right?
I mean, Voldemort's from Harry Potter. I mean, I've never read it, I wouldn't...
Well, you hear the names.
Yeah, okay.
You've never seen the Lord of the Rings movies, but you know Gandalf. The tree. The talking tree.
Yeah. Yes, I am Gandalf.
That's it.
That's the one
I'm
he
not
says.
fucking with you in any way.
And then he says,
He is the tree.
Are there talking trees in Lord of the Rings?
Hell yeah, there are.
They're called Ents.
Yeah, look at you.
I know that.
Like, Treebeard is the main talking
I know that
tree.
because that's what potheads refer to themselves as on Reddit.
Ents?
Yeah.
That's adorable. I used to have,
talking tree.
when I was a teenager, I had a giant poster of Treebeard from Lord of the Rings hanging over my bed. And then I went over to my friend's house and they all had like half-naked supermodels. And I was like, I wonder if there's something wrong with me. And then I was like, nope. I just... Whatever.
I'm sorry, was my dead silence uncomfortable for that?
No, I just looked over at your face and you were like... You did everything but roll your eyes over to me and be like, you couldn't be interesting me less with what you're saying right now.
No, tell me about how you thought you were gay.
No, what?
What?
It was a huge leap.
No, you were like looking at pictures of ladies and you were like, what's wrong with me? I don't like these.
Well, I think everyone has a moment in their life where they have to question their sexuality.
Do they?
I think so. I mean, like, it's weird. Like, I had a moment where I was like, am I gay? But, like...
Come on, man.
It was... I'm fucking trying to share something!
I'm sorry. Go ahead with your gay story.
Man. No, like, it wasn't... It was weird. I was never, like, attracted to guys or anything. It was just, like, that feeling of, like, I always felt different. You know, I was always, like, a weirdo. And I was like, well, maybe I'm different in this way, too. But then when I actually thought of having sex with a guy, I was like, no, not at all.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
I thought about having sex with a guy.
Dude, you think of having sex with guys almost daily, and you tell me about it, which is how I know.
Let me finish.
Okay, go on.
I think about having sex with a guy and I like it.
Yeah, I know you do. And I will say it again. There's nothing wrong with it.
I really don't. I think there was a time in my life where I did. I was like, oh man, I think I'm bisexual, as they say.
Really? Did you?
Yeah. But now I don't. There's their story.
Yeah.
I don't know, I grew out of it. I think I was just like really sensitive as a kid, so I was like emotionally sensitive.
Right.
Which meant like I was...
Well, yeah, because like you have it beaten into your head when you're a kid that like this is a manly thing, and like having like feelings and being a sensitive person does not fall into that, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe it's different now, but certainly when I was growing up, it was like you did not show weakness in any way, and if you did, you were a fag. Like that was just it. That was how you were taught.
That's harsh.
It's super harsh and super wrong. And kind of fucking mean to gay people and sensitive people.
Yeah.
Of both, or of whatever, wherever on the spectrum you fall.
There was a guy. This is getting heavy.
This is getting a heavy Pokemon episode.
Yeah, this is getting really personal.
Let's do it.
This is weird putting this out there, but there was a guy back in the day, really back then. I was like 16 maybe.
Right.
16, 17. And like, I probably would have like dated him.
Get out of here.
Then, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was like my best friend. And I actually never met him in person.
Mm-hmm.
He was like an internet guy. So maybe that like added to why that felt real. 'Cause it
Sure,
wasn't
sure.
Actually, like,
Yeah, it's possible you would have met him in person and just been like, no,
yeah,
actually,
that's just a guy.
yeah, it's a guy, right?
But yeah, that was, yeah, it's interesting.
Well,
to think
especially
about.
before you have sex for the first time, like,
Oh yeah, you don't really know.
you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I finally like lost my virginity, I was like, oh, girls, yes, absolutely girls. But like before that happens and you don't really understand what sexual relationships are, you're like, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, what it really comes down to is, do you want to have sex with that dude? And chances are probably not.
Yeah.
Because you and I are people who do things that we want to do.
Yeah.
So,
well, it makes me wonder, like, would I have, like, if I had the opportunity back then,
right.
would I have, and would that have changed my perspective now? Because I feel like if I still sort of had that mindset, like, I can kind of go back to that time in my life and be like, and sort of like feel it again, not genuinely, but like I can empathize with that feeling.
Right.
And it's like, man, like maybe if I went down that path, like I would be a bisexual male.
It's hard to know,
For
dude.
real, instead of jokingly talking about fucking Jason Momoa in the butt.
Sweet, beautiful Jason Momoa. No, I mean, like, that's...
Muscly cheeks. And I ain't talking about the ones on his face.
Well, it's, you know what? I have a feeling, just having known you for a few years, I have a feeling that, like, maybe even if you did try to experiment like that, it wouldn't have
panned out.
Yeah, because like I don't have any experiences to draw on myself, but like I have a gay buddy, Mike, who like tried to have sex with a girl one time. You know, he was like, no, I think girls are hot. Like I could have sex with a girl, no problem. And then he was in the shower with her and just losing it, you know, couldn't keep, and he was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. And the girl was like, I know what's going on. You're gay. And he was like, yeah, I guess I am.
Wow.
So yeah, I think a lot of times, like, we tend to overthink these things because, you know, we're sensitive people, but like
Emotionally gray area people.
yeah, but like your body will tell you what you are, you know?
Yeah,
like
that's true.
you just trust your boners, man.
Yeah.
Whatever gives you the boner, that's what you want to have sex with.
I like girlies too much.
God, they're so good, dude. The boobs. You know what I'm talking about?
No, explain it to me.
Well, they're like butts, but like up on the chest. Never really had to explain boobs before. It's tough.
I've had to I've been asked to explain a boner to a girl.
Like what the sensation is like?
Yeah, and then like what it's like to like put it in a warm hole.
All right. I would say it probably feels like when a girl's nipples get hard, right?
Well, is that what? Would you compare your nipples getting hard to a boner?
Probably not.
Exactly. Then no.
Okay. Well, that's tricky.
I think
I can answer the second question. It feels like the best. That's the easy one.
I think I was with Barry once.
Yep.
And like, and I was like describing it, and he was like, yeah, I can say that. It was something like, it's pleasantly uncomfortable.
That's funny. Well, there's different levels of boner. Like, there's the normal boner, which is just like, it feels like, yeah, it's weird. The boner itself is not like a pleasurable feeling. It's not anything. It's just there.
Yeah.
But it's more like a yearning for another feeling. That, yeah.
Oh wow, huh? Interesting.
You know what I mean?
It's defined by its motivation.
Exactly. Like, it's not the feeling of the boner itself. It's the like, let's go. Let's put this somewhere.
Come on, folks.
We got things to do. And
I'm
people.
losing it. I can only stay up here for so long, guys. I gotta go back.
Don't talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me.
Don't even look at me.
Yeah.
I'm ugly. I'm weird. Why am I darker than the rest of the movie? That's weird.
That is funny. That is an interesting way to put it. But yeah, I guess it does make sense. It's a tough thing.
What, yeah, explaining like a thing that you couldn't possibly relate to.
Yeah.
You know what's weird too is if like you could just fucking Ranma one half that shit and just be like, oh, I'm a girl now. It would probably be like, oh shit, this is just like having a dick. I could just explain to people like getting a thing in the wormhole is just like a dick.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe that's
clearly we are skilled, experienced lovers. You know, getting the thing in the wormhole.
Well, I don't want to use lewd terminology like vagina.
Right. Yeah, the scientific term.
No.
I'd much rather use thing.
Yeah. No, the wormhole.
Oh yeah, vagina's wormhole.
It's like wormhole, so it
Yeah.
evokes like a.
It does take you to another dimension of pleasure.
It evokes a feeling of mystery and wonder.
Do you ever like? All right, this is the kind of shit that I'm going to regret saying later because it sounds so hippy dippy and stupid.
Okay.
But like, have you ever been having sex with a girl and you feel like you're so connected to her in that moment that you're actually like connected to like the universe more? Do you know what I mean? Like, fuck, this sounds so stupid, but in my thoughts this makes sense. If like, you know how molecules are like meant to attract and to bond?
Right.
Like we're kind of the same thing. Like we're meant to like find other people and connect with them.
Yeah.
And then when you're doing this like really primal act with someone and connecting with them on that like super deep level, I'm not talking about like came home from the bar and fucked this girl, you know, like that's not a connection. But like really like when you love someone like and you have that like moment, it feels like it's like a this is what life is all about kind of moment, you know? And like you feel super connected to like the world and like just like very in the moment. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I really wish I wasn't looking at this skeevy burglar while I talk about this.
Arnie?
Yeah, burglar Arnie.
Hey, where's that? Yeah, I guess when you put it like that, I would say that it's yeah, it's like all emotions and senses like wrapped into one moment. It's sort of like the final boss of life.
Yeah, it makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
It really does.
It is interesting because it's like, because I know people that get like a rush from like working out or whatever, like being really physical.
I do not.
Like I feel like I've gotten that maybe a couple times in my life.
Sure.
But it's definitely not like the thing that I like doing. I enjoy working out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Some people get that from, why did I use confusion? Some people...
Confused yet?
There was actually a Matrix animated in the Animatrix that was about that.
Really?
Yeah, it was about this guy who was like a runner, and he ran so hard that he signed out of the Matrix.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
He was like a champion runner, and like in the middle of this amazing race, he just like fucking turned on in real life.
Whoa.
And he was like, oh my god, and he like saw like all the fucking bodies and shit, and then like they were like, oh, and they put him back, and he was like, oh geez, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites in that.
I gotta check it out. Matrix is such a cool idea.
Yeah.
Matrix 2 and 3? Not so much.
Well,
that was a bad idea. Oh, well, yeah.
More opinions that everyone agrees with.
Yeah.
Because nobody liked those movies, except for the people that did.
And the Wachowski brothers.
Just totally not. Did they really?
And their immediate family. I'm sure they like... I'll put it the way that, what's his name? God damn it. Mosh DeWine. What's his name?
Oh.
That actor.
Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred. Jesus, why can't I think of his name? But
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, thank you. He was in Jaws 4, The Revenge, which is one of the most terrible movies ever. And they were like, have you ever seen it? Do you like it? And he's like, well, I've seen and liked the house it got me. So I bought with the money that it made. So yes, I do like that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm sure they feel the same way.
True that.
Word. All right. Well, now you know too much about us again.
Yep. So go ahead and Go ahead and take that with you. Put it in
Yeah.
your pocket.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
But not like that.
Yeah, don't. What?
We don't love you like that. We just love you like a friend, like a good friend.
I love you like that. Cool.